My name is Mirco, and I work for the Green Capital Agency in the city of Essen, and I'm in charge of the project management for the Essen pilot and want to give you a brief introduction to our project and the challenges we are currently struggling with. I want to start with a quick reminder of the requirements of the renewable energy communities. We need 51% of local actors among the investors. Another requirement would be that no investor holds more than 1/3 of the shares of the community. We need citizen participation, and this should be open to low-income households too. And the focus is obviously not on profit maximization, but on general benefits. Just briefly, Essen started with a delay of 1 year joining the SCORE project. So we have very valuable help from our partners. For example, Climate Alliance, CO2 Online, Caritas, and Neue Arbeit of the Diakonie in Essen. Becker Büttner Held would be a lawyer firm that helps us to figure out some legal issues. And yes, we have very valuable help there. To our pilot project, as you see highlighted in blue, we have the Franz Sales House. This is a Catholic facility for disabled people with more than 1,500 employees and 40 locations in Essen. And what we see here is the central campus with 15 different buildings with different usages. Like there are more than 200 people living there. So training issues, working, people work there. There's sports clubs and which I come to later on, swimming pool and lots of energy consumption. Highlighted in green, we have the Vocational College East. This is a day and evening school of the city of Essen with approximately 3,000 students in 63 classrooms. And it has a large roof area suitable for PV. This means we have a very good complementary of those two properties. And on the one hand, it's for the power consumption. In the Franz Sales House, we have a very high power consumption of 1.8 million kilowatt hours per year. But the rooftop areas, not all are very suitable for PV installations. So we think we can install around 140 kilowatt peak of PV there. On the other hand, we have the Vocational College Ost. This has a power consumption of around 0.5 million kilowatt hours per year, but very good roof areas. And we think we can install 225 kilowatt hours of PV there. And the good complementarity would be, for example, on the Vocational College Ost, we have very good roof areas, but we have no electricity consumptions on weekends and during holidays. And in those times, we want to share this energy produced on the Vocational College Ost with the Franz Sales House because they have a very high base load and can consume all the power we produce there. To do so, we need to do a kind of a workaround because German legislation still hasn't implemented the very interesting and good ideas of the Renewable Energy Directive 2. And as in the moment we use the public grid, normally we have to pay several grid charges and levies. And to avoid this, we want to install a private cable, like this private wire concept. It's a new medium voltage cable, and the Vocational College Ost would be then supplied via a transformer of the Franz Sales House. The advantages would be that we reach a self-consumption degree of 100%, which means we don't have to do any direct marketing, which is a special legal condition in Germany. And we don't need any funding because self-consumption in Germany is very profitable. The other advantage is that we don't pay any grid charges or levies per kilowatt hours. That means that we save around 40% of the costs per kilowatt hour. The disadvantage is that it costs a few euros to install this private wire concept and this medium voltage cable. and some transformers too, and we calculate at the moment with costs of more than 80,000 euros. A short view on the economics. As you can see on the right-hand side, this would be the case when we use the public grid. Then we would have monetary losses per kilowatt hour. And the two other scenarios where we use our private cable, we have basically a profit there. A few words about the joint financing. As I said, we need at least 3 investors here, and in this case we have one investor with 33% of the shares is the Franz Sales House, the Association of the Franz Sales House. Another third is the sports club that is located there and that runs some buildings on the central campus of the Franz Sales House. The third one will be the city of Essen, or let's say the municipal utility. And to involve citizens, we decided to fund citizens cooperative, and the city of Essen will give 3.3% of its shares to this cooperative so that we can realize some citizens participation. At the moment, we count with the investment costs of approximately 400,000 euros, and we want to use 100% equity capital. We think that we have a payback period of approximately 10 years and see the big opportunity to accelerate the urban energy transition via this joint financing model. The distribution of the profits is another topic. In the model of Essen, we chose this model that the shareholders sell the electricity to themselves. So the cash flow arises primarily from avoided expenses. And additionally, we form a monetary reserve. For example, we can use as a dividend for the shareholders, including the citizens cooperative. On the other hand, we could leverage non-cash benefits that I will come to later. And some of this monetary reserve would be interesting to invest in for the further development of the company too. Here we see a little diagram of how this could work. The lower electricity price is only interesting for those entities that directly are connected to this PV installations and can do self-consumption. In this case, that would be the Franz Sales House, the sports club, and the school, which belongs to the city of Essen. The dividends could be paid to Franz Sales House, the sport clubs, the city of Essen, and the citizens cooperative. And then we are thinking about a third solution. This would be non-cash benefits for energy efficiency. This could be, for example, if the students of the vocational college do energy efficiency measurements, for example, they save electricity, then there would be a little benefit, and this could be paid to the students or teachers, for example, with new facilities for the school or nice events, something like that, like non-cash benefits. And a few words about the other challenges we are struggling with at the moment. First of all, it's a legal framework for non-discriminatory energy sharing between buildings, quarters, and districts. At the moment, we have a legal situation that we can, with a few problems, we can share electricity within multi-story or multi-family houses, but energy sharing between buildings, between quarters and districts is not that easy at the moment. So you have this workaround of the private wire concept. Another thing that makes it more complicated is that citizen participation, it sounds good at the beginning, but if you start to think how to do that, then in real life, some community and SME representatives yeah, get critical and think, okay, it sounds good, but it's easier without them. So let's start and let's look how we can involve citizens later. And this is always in our discussions with our partners. We always have to point out we need those citizens. It's part of the project. And it's obligatory to, if you want to fund a renewable energy community, we need them. And so we need more persuasive work. Another point would be what I explained about those non-cash benefits. The co-owners of those renewable energy plants have to be connected to those plants to have self-consumption and to lower their electricity prices. And this doesn't count for everyone in this project. So we have to involve some workarounds here too. Yeah, and another thing which is not the case in our pilot project, but which will be interesting in future projects, it's called the welfare dilemma. If you have really low-income households that get transfer money from the state, for example, they can't profit from the benefits directly because they are. Yeah, they have to, how do you say that? They can't, yeah, how do you say that? Sorry.
They will lose actually their status of receiving state subsidies.
Yes, and as you receive, thank you, as you receive state subsidies, you can profit from those business models we have here. And that was it already. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.